Shalom. Before I start, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakorash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all the elect Akim Akwath, learning and teaching in truth and sincerity. Another video through the Spirit, your brother Malak from GMS Detroit. Hey, the butt of every joke, right? At the end of every smoking barrel. On the wrong side of the law. This country, America, this government, the United States government, and these people, the so-called white man, they have a history of chronically oppressing, slandering, and ridiculing the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, chiefly the Negroes, and they can't suppress it or hide it. So, okay, y'all, got a phone call. But this people, the so-called white man, you have a history of oppressing us, and you want us to forget about it, but we can't. Every single step that we take, you mock us, you ridicule us, and every day that passes, we find more and more history of how this country was rooted in our degradation. And this is something that you anti-Christians don't want to deal with. You so-called white Christians, you Bible thumpers, you do not want to deal with the reality of this country, the fact that it was established on the bloodshed of the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and we are still suffering to this day, and your people still benefit to this day while trying to pretend and ignore those benefits. So I'm just going to have a bunch of clips showing you how you've oppressed us and you still gain off of us. And look at this right here. Who do you think set this joke up? Right? You know, a black man in a mousetrap, watermelon, Dodge Charger, and KFC chicken. Do you think a guy from Switzerland made this meme? Huh? Do you think a guy from Tanzania made this meme? No, we know more than likely this was made by what? An American white boy. And even if it wasn't, we understand that this sentiment comes from where? Who told the world that black people love watermelon and chicken? Who created that propaganda originally? And these very same people were Christians that went to church on Sundays and hung our black asses on a Wednesday. Right? Let's get some. Boom, right here. Who created these images, if y'all remember? Look at this, pictorial review. The little nigger girl eating a watermelon bigger than her body. She wouldn't even be able to hold that. In the good old summertime, right? And you know, it's funny, you know, they make fun of us, and well, that's why, you know, watermelon, come to find out, it's good for your blood and it's good for your Johnson. You know, you wonder why your weak ass white woman be leaving you and coming and getting this black shovel. Because we can reach where your weak ass can't. And watermelon does help with that. So how about that? But nevertheless, right, you see these images. Who created these images? And were they created out of love? No, they're created to make fun of us, to demonize us, to make us appear to be savage. Right? My watermelon boy. Right? Who created these? By the watermelon vine. Watermelon noses and straight razors. Stories from the Jim Crow Museum. The Jim Crow era. Exactly. So come on now. Right, now I want to go back. I'm coming back to this video, right? The real reason Hebrew Israelites are growing fast. One of the comments that really stood out to me was this right here. And this is true. You wonder why so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are leaving the church. This is one of the, look at this comment. It says, could it be Hebrew Israelism? Which this ain't an ism, this ain't a religion, this is a heritage. But it says, could it be Hebrew Israelism is growing among blacks because the American church does a poor job of addressing racism in this country? And that is one of the factors. The way that this people treated us set up the foundation of this country. Laws, housing, right, availability of jobs and education. This country is rooted in the bloodshed of our people. and oppression. And at every step and turn, what do y'all try to do? Silence us. And that's bullshit. That's why we ain't gonna never let up on you bitch ass niggas. You weak sauce Christians. Bitch, we stepping on the gas harder. God damn it. Y'all want us to shut up. And we not gonna shut up. Let me hold up. Get one of my favorites. That's Psalm 73. I go to it all the time now. They speak loftily concerning what? Now we could start up, right? It's dealing with the wicked, the wicked that's ruling the world, right? What does this say concerning them? What are their traits? And who fits this trait? Psalm 73 and 8. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. So you make light of our oppression. You don't consider it, you don't care. Because it was a necessary evil, a necessary stepping stone for you to develop your kingdom. Was outright oppressing us, and to say that it doesn't exist is a complete lie. Let me play this.
For criminal activity, Cornell. These advocating for criminal activity, Cornell. These people are not here lawfully. They need to do what our ancestors did, what many Mexicans have done.
No, wait a minute.
Many, don't interrupt
Your
me.
ancestors came here illegally. Wasn't nothing legal about your ancestors. They came illegally and they murdered, they raped, they pillaged a whole race of people. This country, Texas, Arizona, California, belongs to Mexicans.
Cornell, get back
it was
to the
stole from them.
You tell me to get back to the
ancestors,
point.
They came here.
No, you're not being fair to me here. You say stay on topic. I say, okay, we'll stay on topic. And then as soon as we start talking about illegal immigration, you go back to the black issue. Let's stay on topic.
Your ancestors are the master illegal immigrants.
Give me the opportunity to respond in that, you know what? We're all Americans here. And if you are here legally, absolutely, then we need to come together and we need to pass good laws for enforcing the law.
Well, perhaps the Native Americans should have passed laws against your ancestors.
Hey, she couldn't say nothing against that because it was true. Try to push that bullshit. If they did what your ancestors did, bitch, there would be bodies out every goddamn where. And chicken pox blankets and everywhere, every state would be getting renamed. They need to do what our ancestors did. Your ancestors was raping children, nigga. John Smith, Pocahontas, giving STDs to 13-year-old girls, passing her around. What the fuck are you talking about? This is the history that you mother effers don't like to deal with. And this is what you was Thanksgiving? This came out in November, right? This is just what y'all just toasted up to. Got cozy and ate turkey to. That's the real history of your people, and you do not want to address it. That's why Jake is done with y'all, right? And is going into, the history of Black Friday, right? Here it is. We're at the bottom end of every joke. You point the finger at us, but all the fingers point back to you. Even in something as simple. What is this? Oh wow. Even in something as simple as the music. Here it is. You think you listening to, a little random song, right? But what is it rooted in? Let me show you.
Any Ghanaian, when you act.
Y'all remember Jingle Bells, right? Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell, rock. Jingle bells. Well, guess what? It has roots in slavery. How about that? Y'all can't escape. Literally every step and turn they take y'all, they're being reminded of the demonic deeds of their ancestors. So they're just pissed off 24/7.
Any Ghanaian to sing a Christmas song, the first song that's going to come to their mind is jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
You don't know.
What if I told you that song is not even a Christmas song? Like, it has nothing to do with Christmas. In fact, it's a drinking song. When I say jingle bell, this is what is going to come to your mind first, right? But this is the real Jingle Bell. Now, the original name of this song, Jingle Bells, is One Horse Open Sleigh by James Pierpont back in 1857. So that's like 100 years before Ghana got independence. This song was first performed at the minstrel show Now, if you don't know what the minstrel show is, you can Google it. You understand? This song is believed to have two.
Hey, I just showed y'all some minstrel pictures of the black people eating watermelon. Is shows that white people held, all right, to make fun of black caricatures. Tropes, stereotypes, making fun of us.
Origins, but there's a plaque that shows where the song comes from and then who wrote the song. When you Google Jingle Bell right now, they'll tell you that it's the ball they used to hang around horses back in the day to avoid collision in the snow. It made a lot of noise so that when they are riding in the snow, they will not collide against each other. But actually, this is the real Jingle Bell. It was like a collar they used to hang around the slaves back in the day so that they could not escape.
You get it?
If you're escaping, there's this bell at the edges that will make noise for them to come and catch you. So just in case you are thinking of singing Jingle Bell this Christmas, think twice. When you
Yup, and those yokes around their neck, the way that they're designed, if you fell or you bumped up against a tree while trying to escape as a slave, you could break your fucking neck. The way that it was designed, so it was fashioned to deter running away. Because most likely, you running through the woods and the trees, you gonna slip and fall at some point. You could potentially, literally break your fucking neck. All right. So once again, his history is being dug up and shelled back to him, and he doesn't like it. And this is the reality of this country. Every single step you take, you did not gain anything down here nobly and honorably. Everything you have is through deceit and murder, lies, infiltration, debauchery, bigotry. That is the outstanding reality of this country, and it cannot be escaped. And all we doing is telling you, and you all up in our faces mad.
Majority of sugar that was consumed in Europe came from that part of the world, came from that island. The coffee that went to Europe came from that island.
That colony that the Spanish founded, taken by the French, eventually became the most profitable colony in the Americas, and arguably, depending on which economist you consult, the most profitable colony in the world at the time. It became the centerpiece of the transatlantic slave system. It became what gave France its supremacy over Britain in the 18th century. I mean, this island, it's impossible to overstate the economic importance of the island in the period we're talking about. It produced more profit than all of North America combined.
The great majority of sugar that was consumed in Europe came from that part of the world, came from that island. The coffee that went to Europe came from that island.
That colony that the Spanish founded, taken by the French, eventually became the most profitable colony in the Americas, and arguably, depending on which economist you consult, the most profitable colony in the world at the time. It became the centerpiece of the transatlantic slave system. It became what gave France its supremacy over...
So, right, just letting you see that, right? Hey, how did France gain its wealth post the French Revolution? Right, what was that French Revolution? I believe was 1794 to 1799. Right, they were rebelling from the Roman Catholic Church, and then they had to get they got their funds up off what? Off you niggas' backs. Per usual, nothing new. They don't like this type of history being shown to them. Let me get another one. Let me get this.
I had no idea what to expect. I got a new nose, I got new eyes, I got bushy eyebrows, a thick mustache, I got glasses, and voila, I was a white guy. It felt strange. I was curious to see how eager people would be to give me directions as a white guy. Excuse me, sir, where's DePaul University? Excuse me, where can I find DePaul University? DePaul is... people were very willing. Even in the bitter cold, they rolled down their windows. Excuse me, where's DePaul University?
DePaul is, you just go that way.
Uh-huh. I didn't feel I was a threat. They didn't feel I was a threat. Okay, thank you. At this building, I breezed past the doorman. This one may have looked like a tough one, but they just buzzed me right on up. Thank you. When I went into makeup, but coming back as a black man, things were a little more difficult. With the very same doorman, I couldn't get in. I want to see one of my partners. I want to see one of my partners upstairs. Is this Sam right here? On the 7th floor? I can't.
can't just go anywhere. I gotta announce you. I need to know who you're here for. If you don't live here, I need serious information and security.
No, okay, we're gonna try this one today as a black guy. Same corner, same guy, different reactions. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, can you roll your window down? He said no. Could you roll your window down? Please? Please? How do I get to DePaul? Ladies, how do I get to DePaul? Excuse me. Ma'am?
Wow. Did it?
Oh, yeah, it did. You know, living as a black man, we experience the negative every day. But coming back, you just don't know how privileged white people are treated until you become one. People would give me very explicit directions as a white person. Oh, take this block this way and go about 14 steps that way. You know, they were very, very detailed exactly how to get where I was going. As a black man, they were like, over there, if they told me at all. If they told me at all. It was,
Now, it's interesting because in the building with the doorman was black.
The doorman was black. There were white ones also.
Yes, but where you went back several hours later, same.
So, and although the doorman was black, he has the mind of who? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man upon him. So he's going to treat people based off the mental complex that's been given him. All right, but what you clearly see here is a difference of treatment to what they thought was, you know, an Edomite versus a Jake, right? And I'm willing to bet you, because this is back, 20 some years ago, right? If you would have asked these people who he was asking for directions, what they believed in, the majority of them would have said they were Christians. But they have prejudices. Why? Because your ancestors are butchers and slaughterers, and they passed that mindset down to you. So that Jesus spirit is simply a way for them to try to shut us up and not to focus on what they've done to us. These people are not sincere. They have a history of mistreating you. And in every step that they take, they remind you that they do not care about you. And they simply want you to shut up and get over it and deal with it. You're in a deficit. You're down low. Oh, well, too bad, too sad. Oh, y'all make everything about race. Bitch, you oppressed us because of race. What are you talking about? So, once again, you can't hide the evidence. Y'all can say what y'all want to say, but your actions always show that you're demons. Let me show you one more clip and then I'll get scripture. Y'all started this, not us. But we gonna finish it. I bet you that.
That's staying with you. That's the rule. We didn't take none, and none's gonna be missing. We'll put this in the bag for you, okay? Yeah, she's counting it right now.
I heard the early man get hot. Can you look in between his legs real quick? Well, I think he just put some more money in between his legs. I'm sorry. He's moving and everything. Look. Can you check your fellow officer for me, please? We're good. We're good. Hell no. Look at his hand. He's tucking money. He's tucking money right in his right hand. Look at him moving. He's moving. Oh my God. Y'all not gonna check him?
Listen.
Look at him. Listen. If someone takes your money, it will be a big problem. All right. No one's gonna take your money. I can see his hand.
So what you're seeing here, this officer actually did take some of this guy's money, right? That he had some large amount of physical cash on him, and the cop literally took some of his money in front of him, and he's trying to tell the other officers, "Hey man, one of y'all's co-workers just took my money," and they're trying to gaslight him. He didn't take your money. If he took your money, we would have. I saw this man take my money. No, he did it. like we're crazy. Like a nigga eyes don't work.
More money in here. What I'm saying is he just touched my money and I seen him put it in between his legs. Okay, watch. I'm saying, but he already moved and did a lot of different stuff. I can't believe y'all just did me like that. He was adamant about not giving my money to the cameraman that was with me. If anything is on him, look, like, it would be in big. No, I don't. Look, I'm gonna show you right here. When somebody know they didn't, like when somebody knows for a fact they didn't do anything, they're not gonna just, you feel what I'm saying, like let you search them. I would have felt comfortable if your colleagues would have searched you at the exact time where I knew where the money was. I don't know if it's in your door. I don't know where it's at. But come here. I'm show you. I want you to hold me so you know that. Okay. It's blue hundreds right here. It's all the blue hundreds are right there behind that receipt. Thank you. All that's my money.
Oh, and the money was in the door, you know. And so, and now, if y'all remember, if y'all seen this case, right, he won a lawsuit against him, right? The officer, you know, he took $900, if I remember correctly. But now I wanted to go to the comments, right? So, you know, the comments tell all. What do you see? What do you see somebody say? Dirty money anyways. So you're assuming that this black man, because he's a black man in America dressed in a tracksuit with a large amount of cash on him, you know, you automatically assume that it must have been illegal money, you know, from gangbanging or from drugs, which, granted, right? Do our people get into illegal activities? Yes. But guess what? So do all peoples on the face of the earth get into illegal activities. Would you think the same about a middle-aged white woman with a boatload of cash running on her, and if she got stopped? No. But you assume that of us because of why? The stereotypes that have been placed upon us, which our people, you know, blindly run into. But who set that idea up in the first place? Esau, Edom. And then what? You go to the comments. What do you find out? The Jake, he's a YouTuber, right? He makes big amounts of money off a YouTuber. So this guy did what? Racial profiling, which they all do against us. So come on, man. We don't. I could end the video here, but I got a couple more I want to show y'all. Once again, y'all, he's laying all the blame to us, but he's actually the demon. That's what's so incredible about it. Now, hey, I'm gonna go to that Psalms, right? I ain't getting nothing special, ain't getting nothing crazy. The basics, right? Psalms 50 and 20. 19 actually says, "Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thine own mother's son. These things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such an one as thyself, but I will reprove thee, and set them in order before thine eyes." Right? Esau, Edom, he sits and slanders us. He points the fingers at us as if we're the bad guy, but he's actually the bad guy. And soon, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is going to justify us. And it's going to be an amazing day. All right, let me get another one. If y'all remember, you know, he had Fred Hampton murked. You know, had 21. Y'all remember that? Here it is. When you do get a so-called leader to stand up in the so-called black community and unite the people and get them together, what do? They literally assassinate them.
Rain, sun, or bitter cold, it was 10 minutes of fists clenched and raised for the 55th anniversary of the assassination of Fred Hampton.
We have to maintain our movement.
On December 4th, 1969, Chicago police and the FBI saw the then deputy chairman of the National Black Panther Party as a threat during the height of the civil rights movement. It's widely known they drugged Hampton before raiding his house on Monroe Street, where they shot and killed him while he was sleeping in bed. Hampton's friend, Mark Clark, was also killed that night.
When the shooting started and I felt it going into bed, I jumped on top of Chairman Fred to cover him. And I didn't think about it, I just did it.
Akua Njeri was lying next to the chairman when he was shot. She was 8 months pregnant at the time with Fred Hampton Jr.
I know that they would murder me and my baby, my unborn child. So I was focusing on not crying.
In many cases, my birth certificate almost was my death certificate.
The assassination sparked nationwide protests. And now Fred Hampton Jr. is stepping into his father's shoes to carry out the mission of racial equality.
Self-determination, the right to determine the destiny of our lives. There's a difference between living and existing, but that is self-determination.
Chairman Dr. Fred Hampton Jr. says he wants to keep his family's legacy alive by buying the property where his father was killed and turning it into a museum. Additionally, he says he wants to take this empty lot next door and turn it into a remembrance park.
To be here today, 55 years.
So they assassinated that young man while his wife was pregnant, drugged him and shot up his whole apartment. This dude was younger than me when he died, y'all. Fred Hampton was 21. I'm in my mid-20s. Dude was younger than me. But they felt he was such a threat. They had to wipe him out. Per usual. Nothing new. Nothing new at all. A complete demon. So now we're just in this situation where we're completely stuck. We're at the bottom. If we try to do something, you kill us. If we don't do nothing, you point the finger at us and say we're what's making society bad. So what the fuck do we do at this point? That's why we need Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. That's what we do.
Going viral, and the person narrating it claims police questioned a black man after a white woman said he looked at her suspiciously.
7 Action News reporter Brian Abel is live outside the In Season Cafe where this all happened. Brian, fill us in.
Carolyn, an employee inside tells me they've been getting calls on this all day. Why? Because it happened right here as a man was supposedly walking inside across the street to grab a bite to eat. That man in the video going as far to say that Royal Oak should have a warning sign, don't stare too long. This Facebook Live video now going viral.
I am in Royal Oak, Michigan. I was,
Hey, this is up here in Michigan. Royal Oak is a part of the Detroit metro area.
going to the CVS over here when this young man is stopped because a Caucasian lady said that he looked at her suspiciously and he has been pulled over walking to go to eat by 2 police officers for suspicion of being black.
The person who shot the video and narrates claiming that the woman who was looked at and called police watching the questioning from her white car across the street. The man being questioned, who says he was walking into In Season Cafe at 4th and Knowles, even apologizing to officers.
I'm sorry for wasting you guys' time.
The man,
How old are you?
I'm only 20 years old, man.
seemingly growing irritated as the questioning drags on.
I need to make that like a warning sign.
That video is going viral, and the person.
Hey, you can't even look around, though. You can't even use your eyeballs in this country. As a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, you're gonna get accused of eyeballing, which was a law back in the day. Who you eyeballing, boy? You could have got killed for looking at them, and then today, you can still, get hassled by law enforcement. All right. So, are we making things up? Are we conspiracy theorists? Are we, what's the word? Race baiting? No. Y'all actually have oppressed us and are persecuting us. And then you speak loftily. You try to excuse the blame from yourself. All right, let me get that Ecclesiastes. So now we're in the position now of what? Ecclesiastes 7:7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. All right. So if you have any bit of sense upon you, you come to realize what's going on. It makes you mad. It makes you incensed when you see the injustice that's happening to you and your people, which we do. So we're not wrong. We're actually the wise ones because we can see that you are mistreating us and that you've set up an entire conglomerate, an entire goddamn kingdom based on mistreating us, to the point to where even from infancy, our minds are already in a inferior estate, if you will. Oh, shit.
The smart child. And why is she the smart child?
Because she is white.
Okay. Show me the dumb child. And why is she the dumb child?
Because she plays.
Well, show me the ugly child. And why is she the ugly child?
Because she plays.
Show me the good-looking child. And why is she the good-looking child?
Because she likes skinny.
Show me the one you think most children would think looks bad on a boy.
More than 70% of the older black children chose the darkest skin tones.
Show me the child who has a skin color most children don't like.
More than 61% of the younger black children chose the 2 darkest shades.
Show me the ugly child.
More than 57% of the younger black kids chose the 2 darkest shades.
Show me the smart child. And why is she the smart child?
Because she is white.
Okay. Show me the dumb child. And why is she the dumb child?
Because she hates.
Well, show me the ugly child. And why is she the ugly child?
Because she black.
Show me the good-looking child. And why is she the good-looking child?
Because she light skinned.
Show me the one you think most children would think looks bad on a boy.
More than 70% of the older black children.
Hey, so this is one of the realities of the world that we deal with as a people. Why do our people feel the need to brighten themselves up or to try to, make themselves closer in physical appearance to the very same people that repress them? Why? Because they psychologically, whether it be consciously or unconsciously, meaning knowingly or unknowingly, understand that Esau, Edom, so-called white man, he's ruling. He's set up at the top. And if you want to be anything great, you have to be more like him. That's one of the realities of this world. So once again, who set this up? Oh, why would a little child have that concept in their mind? You're ugly and dumb if you're black. You're beautiful and smarter if you're lighter skinned. How does that get into a child's mind? Through conditioning and propaganda and psychological manipulation, which these people have done against us. That's not made up. TV shows, movies, media, things like this. Things like this. I'm not even going to play. There's a song attached to this. It's a Kendrick remix. I'm not even going to play it. Let me see what's going on here.
This was the first time the SWAT team was activated to serve a high-risk warrant.
It was decided that a no-knock warrant would be utilized and surprise would be the element that you would use.
The access to that roof on the other side, it breaks open. By the time I'm swinging around, I'm seeing the lights on me. They had a big light, and I'm hearing the whole freeze, still, drop it.
And the front door blew open. Boom! Well, Cotton had went in the gun room. He had a Thompson submachine gun. Put it down with that Thompson.
And it sprays across the roof. You can see it in the light from the street. And I was seeing it was like, at the time, man, I'm going to tell you, that instance, it was the best music I ever heard.
Particular.
Hey, just another day where they run down on you and, find an excuse to wipe you out. I could do this endlessly, but I'm going to end it there. The point has been made. These people have a history of oppression. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man today, he doesn't want to deal with it. These Christians don't want to deal with it. They want to try to talk us into, just loving Jesus, and it's not going to work. You've been revealed. Oh, I just remembered one. Isaiah, what is that, 53? Let me see. 52. Isaiah 52 and 5. It says, "Now therefore, what have I here, saith the Lord, that my people is taken away for naught? They that rule over them make them to howl, saith the Lord, and my name continually every day is blasphemed." Right. So they're putting beats on us so hard and makes us to howl, meaning what? We're crying out in pain and suffering. The same way that we cried out in Egypt, we were crying out here in Babylon, which is America, to be delivered from this horrible captivity. And Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is about to hear our cry and deliver us. Just type in the word oppressed, and you'll be amazed at what comes up and how it constantly connects to the children of Israel being, done bad by whatever current kingdom is over them. And we see today the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, we're the Israelites. We see that we are being oppressed by Edom, all right? Even in Matthew, it says what? The kingdom of heaven suffered violence. All right, who is that dealing with? The Romans oppressing southern kingdom, right? So let me get this last one out of Job. This shit zaps energy out of you, man. Job 35 and 9. By reason of the multitude of oppressions, they make the oppressed to cry. They cry out by reason of the arm of the mighty. Right. So we're crying out against you. And they're as the deaf adder, like it says in Psalms. They're trying to stop the ear. Right. They don't want to hear. They don't want to acknowledge and deal with it. But you are going to deal with it. You're going to suffer how we suffered. But you're not built to last. So you're going to fall. You're going to fall hard. What they say, you got to crawl before you ball. Well, bitch, you just going to fall. How about that? So I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakodash, of honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all the elect Akim wa Akwath, learning and teaching of truth and sincerity. Shalom.